So we get married, enter into relationships, oftentimes because we want to feel certain emotions. Love, connection, support are some of the primary emotions we really want to feel in a relationship. So I'm a life coach. My name's Brooke Booth. I help Mormons in mixed faith marriages, and I help them with these three emotions a lot. And I want to talk about them here in this video because what happens is these are emotions we want to feel in our marriage. And sometimes we get, I guess, best way of putting it is we get mixed up. We get these emotions mixed up with other emotions. So we try to create love, support, and connection in our relationships. We get tripped up and we get them conflated and confused with approval, sacrifice, and inequality. We, for instance, approval is not connection, sacrifice is not love, and inequality is not support. But we mix it up all the time and we think it is. And so I want to talk through these emotions and how we confuse them. So we love feeling love. Like, let's just look at love first. We love to feel love. Love feels so good. But sometimes we mix it up with sacrifice. Sacrifice feels very different than love. Sacrifice, in my opinion, is under the umbrella of obligation. Obligation is heavy and uncomfortable. Obligation often sounds like I should be better, I should do this, I shouldn't do this. Love doesn't feel like that. Love does not feel that heavy. Love doesn't speak in terms of shoulds, ever. Let me give you some examples. So when my husband and I were dating, for one summer I was like 4 hours away, and he would come and visit me and I would come and visit him. That didn't feel like sacrifice. That felt like love. It was an easy thing to do. But I know you have gone on car trips, and so have I, fueled by obligation and sacrifice and not love. And they feel very, very different, not nearly as fun. Think about just like the simple task of making dinner for your family. Is that done because of love or sacrifice? Or, when I say sacrifice, obligation is another way of saying that. Think about going to church with your spouse. Is that done from a place of love or from a place of sacrifice and obligation? Sometimes we get approval mixed up with connection. Okay, sacrifice is sometimes mixed with love. Approval is sometimes mixed with connection. Connection comes from being vulnerable, sharing who you really are, knowing each other on a deep level. Connection is not dependent on approval, ever. It's not uncommon to mix up connection with the very much less satisfying emotion of approval. Approval is when we're meeting others' criteria for how we should live our lives, and vice versa. Approval is like eating sugar, in that it never satisfies and it always leaves you wanting for more. Connection is like eating chicken breast. It fuels you in a much more sustainable way. They're very different emotions. Okay, other mix-up we tend to make is sometimes we get mixed up around support and inequality. Often we think in order to support our spouse, we have to put our wants and needs below theirs, way below theirs. We make our wants, our needs, our preferences as less important, as not equal with our spouses. This is inequality. This is not support. It leads to frustration. It leads to resentment. So my clients in their mixed faith marriages, their Mormon mixed faith marriages, they get these emotions mixed up all the time. And they think love looks like going to church even when it harms me or causes us to fight more. And connection looks like avoiding my spouse's disapproval and discomfort at all costs. And so you pretend to be somebody you're not. And support looks like putting my own desires and needs and wants below everybody else's. Again, this is a little bit screwy. I've done it. My clients do it all the time. And it undermines our relationships in ways that far outweigh any benefit this behavior will ever bring to our relationship. And I really believe part of rebuilding a relationship and building a really great mixed faith marriage and rebuilding a relationship after a faith transition means you really have to take a look at these emotions and be very deliberate on what they mean and really watch, like, am I loving here or am I sacrificing? Am I supporting here or am I putting my needs and living in an inequality? Am I creating connection here or am I just seeking approval? They're different. When you really get this cleaned up and cleared up, it can really open the door to a much healthier, more fun, and more vibrant mixed faith marriage. If you found this helpful, you'll want to be part of my group. The starting date got pushed back by a few weeks due to stuff that happens in May, like high school graduations and whatnot. And so there is still time to join my group where we talk about things just like this. We help you, my glasses are all crooked, sorry about that. We help you, I help you to really approach your mixed faith marriage in a fundamentally different way than you have before. Because I'm guessing you were approaching it from more of the sacrifice, approval, and, unequal approach. And I want to turn that around. And I want to help you turn that around so your marriage can be a wonderful mixed faith marriage, because it's totally possible. If you want to be part of my group, and I think you probably do, reach out to me. You can message me, or you can go to my website, brookeboothcoaching.com, and just click on Work With Me, and you'll find a way to get a hold of me, and you can schedule a free call, and we can talk and answer any questions you may have. All right, wishing you the best.